Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome back for another Division 2 build video. Well guys, I need a break now. I've been making build videos like every single day. So yeah, well, let's see what I have for you guys today. Today's build is one of those, fun to run builds, which basically the only thing you can do in the game right now. All the meta builds are all like, it's done. People run meta most of the times. And, nowadays everybody's making a build video calling everything is a meta, which I would definitely not going to do it. Like I would never do that. Like clickbaiting to get views, that's a bad thing. If I ever do that, if I ever do that or post any glitches, not only report my video, but also like unsubscribe, like seriously. So yeah, okay. Apart from that, what's the build? Like you can see it on the footage right now that it's a tank build because I'm running a shield. I mean, it's kind of tank. I mean, okay, let's be honest. It is a tank. I have 1.8 million armor, so yeah, that's definitely a tank. But it is actually a weird tank build, to be honest. Like this build is especially for legendary missions. If you want to use this, use it on a legendary mission, a legendary summit. Now, for the first time, I didn't showed you the clip of like district in an arena, because many people said that it's like the easiest one because the NPCs are stuck in a room with you, which I myself also say that, but I'm actually using it on a capital building, different legendary mission. You can also try it on the Roosevelt, because these missions are like an open kind of area, although capital building do have some fights inside the building, but still it's really viable, it's really good. I mean, it's fun to play. That's all I can say. So let me show you my build over here. As you can see, this is my build. Yes, it's an Eclipse Protocol, 4-piece Eclipse Protocol, but it's a tank build. You can see I have 1.8 million armor. I got the exotic shotgun, the Scorpio over here, and you probably know what I'm trying to do. Yes, I'm trying to put on a status effect while being immune from status effect. Yes, I have 100% hazard protection. Now, let's be honest, I don't have 100% hazard protection. I can get 100% hazard protection if I have min-max like stats. But right now, I have like 94 kind of like hazard protection, which is enough, I think, to make me immune. Because I mean, in the mission, I was immune from the big chungas, the stinger hives and stuff like that, the EMPs. Or I was fine. So yeah, I am immune. But if I had like min max stuff, I would definitely have hazard protection like 100%. Because Eclipse Protocol always drop with skill tier, and you need hazard protection like 10% on the minor attribute, then you can roll the skill tier to like armor. So that's well, that's a lot of task. Like you need a lot of farming to do. I did it. Like, yeah, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. So yeah, the Scorpio is here, as we all know. The Scorpio, you get that septic shock talent where you do poison, disorient shock, which is basically the thing I'm trying to do here. Put all the status effect while being a tank. So that's what I'm doing. Now the secondary is my test subject. I mean, I don't really use this. It's just there because, you need a secondary weapon. So that's the only way. I mean, only reason why it's there. Now the pistol here, this is what I'm mostly using when I'm using my shield, of course, because I have a not the Crusader, but I have like a bulwark shield, so I can only use a pistol. So I'm using the card custom because it has +1 skill tier. When I use my pistol, I will get skill tier, so that is kind of not nice to have. And I've rolled perpetuation talent here is because since I'm going for like status effect, I don't really need that status effect damage from headshot, but I need that duration. So whenever I put on status effect, I will get crazy duration for it. I mean, not crazy, but it will stay longer than it normally would. That's basically what I'm trying to do. So that's the pistol, which I'm mostly using. And you can see 4-piece Eclipse Protocol. Now I'm using the what is it called? The sharpshooter specialization. No, that's not sharpshooter. What am I saying? This is survivalist. Yes, a survivalist specialization. I'm using it because my teammates will gain 10% damage to target out of cover when I put targets on status effect. So if they shoot a status effect target, they'll get that damage. So that's why. Now I have, as you can see, armor has a protection, and I have gone for protection from elite mods. Yes, all the blue mods are protection from elite, so I'm kind of tank, like seriously, like it's awesome the way it's working. Like I can face tank these chunga guys without an issue. I mean, not on the armor, but definitely on the shield. But I mean, you get the point, right? I'm a tank. Yeah, that's all I can say. So hazard protection could be max, but it's not 8.6. I'm trying to optimize some of them, but well, I'm not having a good time optimizing this. Like as you can see, this was like 7 point something, and I optimized it to 8.5, and I lost so many resources. Like it took me like 2 hours to get there, like 8.5. Otherwise, I wasn't immune. I had to make this 8.5 to make myself completely immune from every single status effect. Yeah, well, I mean, I can max it out, so don't worry about it. If you can max out with this build, or I can max out with this build, I will have 100%, okay? So that's the holster, and also the knee pads. I have 9.3 here, has a protection, and also, as you can see on the gloves, I have 8.6. Now, the reason why I'm getting 100% hazard protection, because 3-piece Eclipse Protocol gives me 30% hazard as well, and I have a 2-piece, so I will get that 15% status effect, which is also nice, because my status effect will stay a bit longer on the NPCs. And I have this indirect transmission, so whenever my teammates get a kill, or if I get a kill, and when there are the NPCs on status effect, it's going to transfer that status effect. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a CC guy, like a crowd control guy, while being a tank. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so now the high-end pieces I went for is 2-piece of golden. Now the reason why, 1 piece gives me that status effect. Second piece gives me that 1% armor regen, which is not that much, but 1% armor regen is kind of okay to have like passive healing going on. At first I was thinking about Ridgeway chest piece, but then again, I would lose hazard protection for that. But I can tell you what you can do. If you want to run Ridgeway, you can actually run Ridgeway, but then you need a Yalgir backpack with hazard protection on it. So 1-piece Yalgir will give you 10% hazard, and then you can have 10% hazard on the backpack as an attribute. So that way, the hazard protection you're losing from the Ridgeway chest piece, you will gain on the Yalgir. You see what I'm trying to say? So yeah, you can actually run it like that. But I think the trauma talent, which I'm using on the chest piece, is super good. At first, I thought about using like Vanguard. I did use Vanguard sometimes in the mission. I swapped it, but it wasn't really that good. I mean, my team were killing the NPCs anyway, so I don't think they needed a little bit more protection because I already have a bonus armor protection for them and also for me, which is on the backpack, which I'll get to in a moment. But trauma is working really good because I have a status effect build, basically Eclipse Protocol, status effect. So when I fire my pistol on the head, it's a 30-second cooldown, but still, it's really nice to have the trauma. So when I put them on the bleed or blind, basically, so if they kill the blind target, it's gonna spread the blind. So it's going to make everybody blind. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And as you can see, I have hazard protection and also protection from elite mods. Now, there are some talents you can run to protect your team. For example, like I said, Vanguard, you can run a protected reload. So since you have a lot of armor, whenever your teammates like using a DPS build or something and firing their weapon, they will reload and get 20% of your armor as a bonus armor every time they reload. And that's like way too often than a Vanguard will be, because Vanguard has 25-second of cooldown. But protection from, protected reload doesn't have any cooldown. So that's really nice. Now, speaking of no cooldown, I also have this talent on the backpack, which is Galvanize, and it also has no cooldown. Galvanize. So since I'm using a status effect, I have right form, or basically any status effect. If I shoot my weapon, I put the trauma, I put on the bleed or blind or whatever, the galvanized talent will be active because there's no cooldown basically. It stays for 10 seconds, gives my 40% armor to my teammates, and you can see on the footage right now, whenever I get that status effect up on the NPCs, they're getting that bonus armor on them. So that's really sweet. So that's what I'm using it, and you can see hazard protection trying to up to my stat as well. So yeah, I have protection from elite mods there as well. So yeah, that's basically a build here. Let me show you my stats. So as you can see, I have 18,480 armor regen, which is not that much, but it's still there. And just armor regen is like a small passive healing, which is kind of nice to have always. I have 46% protection from elites, which is again not too much, but still it's kind of good to have the protection from elite, which is making me kind of a little bit more tankier when the elite NPCs come. And we're playing legendary missions, so there are a lot of elites. And I have 93.5% has a protection, and I have 93.5 basically on every single status effect here, which is actually enough. At first, I didn't know that 93.5 will be enough to keep me immune from every single status effect, but it's actually keeping me immune from every single status effect. But again, if I have min-max stats, like on the attributes, I'm missing a lot of hazard protection. I mean, if I max these out, then I would definitely hit that 100% mark. So I will try to farm a lot of like resources and stuff so I can max out all the hazard protection. But yeah, that's pretty much it. How I run this build. I have a riot form here and a big shield, bulwark shield. Now, if you want, you can run a crusader shield and you can run the shotgun. But what I usually do, I run my pistol. Like I use my pistol at first, so I can get that additional skill tier, which makes my riot form have 2 ammo. So I just use that pistol and I drop the form on the NPCs, get that trauma and everything working, and then I just swap to my shotgun and just like shoot everyone. So that's how I actually play it. Now, do let me know if you if you like this build or if you want to change anything on the comment section. I would love to hear any of your thoughts there. So yeah, that's basically for the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.